Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and this is Ask Lukenessmonster episode 110, the series on the channel where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in the next episode, make sure to comment down below on this episode, and I'll try my very best to answer it. Really quick though, we're giving away this Black Series Clone 2-pack at 15k subscribers, and we're getting so close to that number. If you are interested in joining the giveaway, all you have to do is 1, make sure you're subbed to the channel, and 2, comment down below on my giveaway video once we do hit 15k subscribers. And we're also launching our member giveaway for the month of November. For our standard members, we're giving away this Figure and Dan figure. And for our premium members, we're giving away this autographed Admiral Akbar figure signed by Tim Rose, who actually plays Admiral Akbar. So if you are interested in winning either of these figures, consider hitting that join button down below and becoming a channel member. Because anybody who joins the channel membership during the month of November will automatically be entered to win either of these two figures. So anyway, on to the video. Anyway, jumping right into the first comment. The Padawan Collector says, "Hey Lukeness, what figure stands do you recommend for the Black Series figures?" Now the Padawan Collector is a channel member, and channel members do get priority reply to comments on Ask Lukenessmonster, and that is a great question. As far as stands go, I do think I prefer risers when it comes to stands, at least in my display cases. These are the risers that I use. I'll have a link down below if you guys do want to check them out. But they're basically just some clear acrylic risers that I use in my display cases behind me. I think they look amazing. They fit my detolfs pretty well. And they do a pretty good job of filling the space and getting a lot of figures in like a densely populated area. So I do like the risers quite a bit. But if you're looking to have more of your figures in like an action-y pose rather than kind of just really dense and put together, I do highly recommend Landspeeder Luke's Hexagon stands. I'll have them linked below as well if you do want to check them out. Obviously, check out Landspeeder Luke, but his Hexagon stands are really cool looking, and you can get them into some nice poses while still getting a lot of display ability out of them. They're definitely not as good when it comes to trying to get a lot of figures into a small space, but they do a great job of making them look really, really good with the space that you do have. The next question says, Austin Law asks, "Hey Lukeness, with Star Wars Celebration coming up in April of 2025 next year, do you think that Hasbro will reveal both Baylan Skoll's lightsaber and a 501st Clone Trooper helmet at the event? Also, do you think that we could see Hasbro going all out with the reveals from both Black Series figures as well as the premium roleplay line?" Well, I definitely think that's the case. Hasbro has been going all out recently with the Black Series, and I do think that is going to carry over to the premium roleplay line, so I don't expect that to cool down and slow down at all anytime soon. But as far as the 501st helmet and the Baylan Skoll lightsaber goes, I actually think we're going to get them a whole lot sooner than April 1st. And that's because Yakface has mentioned in the Out of the Basement Discord that we are going to be getting 6 to 8 Black Series reveals in November, 2 or 3 of which are going to be premium roleplay items. And as of right now, the only premium roleplay items we have rumored at the moment are the Baylan Skoll lightsaber and the 501st helmet. So it does kind of just make sense that these would be the premium roleplay items that we would be getting. So I do think we're actually going to be getting both of these helmet and lightsaber here very, very soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, which I'm really excited about. The next question from David, he asks, "Hey Lukeness, have you seen the AliExpress Phase 1 Rex? I'm surprised no one else is talking about this. I have seen this figure, and I think it's just okay. I mean, Hasbro is doing their own Phase 1 Rex like any day now. It's been pipelined for quite a while. It's based off of the live-action appearance in the Ahsoka show, and so we're going to be getting this figure very soon, and I just kind of chose not to talk about it just because we're going to be getting an official Hasbro one very soon. I'm kind of like on and off when it comes to knockoffs. I do think knockoffs are good when they're figures that I don't think Hasbro's ever going to do, kind of like a hard case or a Kix. I don't really see Hasbro getting to those figures at least anytime soon in the next 5 years, and so because of that, I do think those are kind of acceptable knockoffs. But as far as the Phase 1 Rex goes, that thing's been pipelined for a very, very long time now, and I just don't really support it just because we already know Hasbro's making an official one. The next question from the Bob1277, he asks, "Hey Luke, do you ever think they will make a Phase 1 Cody?" That is a great question, and honestly, I do think it's in the realm of possibilities. I do think it's a lot more possible after now just getting the Phase 2 Cody. If that one sells well, I do think Hasbro is going to kind of see the market of like Commander Cody fans and see how they can capitalize on the character. But I do think another great way for Hasbro to judge the community interest on this is, of course, with the popularity of the Phase 1 Rex. If this brand new Phase 1 Rex sells really, really well, they might be looking into other Phase 1 commanders that they could do. With how popular the Clones of the Republic line has been, I do think we could definitely see a Phase 1 Cody appear in the Clones of the Republic line at some point. Maybe with like a Phase 1 2/12 figure, or maybe something like a Waxer and a Boyle, or maybe we could see a re-release of the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. Either way though, I do think it's definitely in the realm of possibilities, and it's pretty exciting. The next question says, Hey Luke, do you think we'll get more Star Wars Rebels figures? Example, Inquisitors. I do think it's definitely possible. I do think Star Wars Rebels is pretty popular, and I'm hoping Hasbro decides to kind of do some more of those Rebels figures. I do think with the popularity of the Ahsoka show and some of those Rebels figures starting to show up in the Ahsoka show, I do think we could see some more Rebels figures see the light of day. I think one that I really want to see is an Agent Kallus, and I do think that Hasbro has that one in the radar. I don't know if we're ever actually going to see one or if it'll be anytime soon, but I do think that Rebels figures are being thrown around. But I do think our best chance of actually seeing more Rebels figures is if the characters show up in other pieces of media. Like if Agent Kallus randomly showed up in the Andor show, I think we'd have a whole lot better chance of seeing him as a Black Series figure. Now that's just an example, obviously that probably won't happen, but I do think that the more that they use some of these Rebels characters in other media, the greater the chance we do have of getting them. Example, the Fifth Brother did show up in the Kenobi show, and we got him as a figure because of it. So maybe if we see more of those Rebels Inquisitors in some other media, we might see them pretty soon, but other than that, I really don't know what else to say. I do hope they do them, but at the moment there's no leaks or rumors for any of them. And then the last question for today, he says, now that we have a Luminara and a Shaak Ti in the line, what other Jedi do you think Hasbro will give us? Great question. We already do have one rumored Black Series figure for the Attack of the Clones line, and Yakface has hinted towards it being a Barris Offee. I think this is a great choice. It's another one of those arena Jedi that we don't have yet, and I think it'll be great because of her popularity in Clone Wars and Tales of the Empire and other TV shows like that. She's a pretty popular character, and so I do think getting her Attack of the Clones appearance is going to be a great addition to the line. Now nothing is officially confirmed yet, but that is the rumor at the moment, and I'm really excited to see that one come true. I think she's going to look great next to Luminara, as well as some of the other Black Series figures we have in the line like Ahsoka and other Clone Wars figures. So overall, I'm really optimistic about it, and hopefully we do see some more in the near future. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Ask Lukenessmonster. If you did enjoy, make sure to go down, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you do want your question answered in next week's video, make sure to comment down below in this video and I'll try my very best to answer it. If you made it this far, it means you probably like my videos, so consider hitting that join button down below. It does help with the channel a lot, and you get access to a lot of really cool perks. Anyway, that is going to do it, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.